Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your full moon in Gemini reading. So, this reading is happening on December 4th. It is at 13 degrees of Gemini. The sun will be sitting at 13 degrees of Sagittarius. Uh, I did try to start this reading already, but for whatever reason, my camera would not focus at all. So, I will let you know if any of the energies show up that came out previously. I had just barely gotten started, so it wasn't very long into it, but I did feel like there was news or information or some sort of clarity that was coming through with this full moon that was going to allow somebody to put a situation to rest. There was some, like, I feel clarity. This could have been something that happened in the past because we do see this Six of Cups here. We got the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this could be in reference to um, it, like something new, or I feel the energy of a kid because I'm seeing the page and I'm seeing the Six of Cups, right? So you take that as you will. I'm just saying it could have been something from your childhood. It could be something in regards to a child, that sort of energy. I feel like it's something about the past. Let's see what other energies want to show up. But it did, in the first initial reading that I started, it did talk about some news information or some sort of clarity that was coming through with this full moon. There it is. That was the very first card that came up last time. Something being put to rest. There was that Knight of Swords that shows up to bring truth, clarity, information in regards to a situation, that sort of energy. We have the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I feel this King of Cups underneath there is another uh, Page of Wands, another page energy. So, messages, news, information, action being taken, choices being made. I'm seeing your energy showing up with the Lover's card right underneath that. And again, it feels like there's going to be a lot of fast moving energy. That's not uncommon to you, anyways, right? You are that air energy, and Gemini is pretty good about really bouncing all around and like they're very activative energy. Let me just say it like that. So I feel, yeah, let's keep going. Because this really gives me this like watch what you say kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like this feels like a sensitive. I don't feel emotional. I feel more like tread lightly kind of energy. Wow. Four of Pentacles. This news or information can, I kind of feel like, bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. I feel with that Four of Pentacles, it feels to me like I didn't feel emotional. Remember, I did say that. And you see, this person's got that pentacle covering their heart, right? I'm kind of feeling like an energy, something is being put to rest. It can be somebody who is, or it's in regards to somebody who puts like values things over people, things over feelings, something like that. This could also be a childhood wound that is getting healed or is healing, something like that. I feel Eight of Pentacles to the Four of Cups to the King of Wands. Wow. Like this, I want to show you these cards because this is very interesting energy. And again, I'm feeling like that tread lightly energy for whatever reason. So, in the past, something could have happened. I feel like there is truth and clarity about the situation right now so that that can be put to rest. That situation can be, cycle can be closed out, right? Um, I'm feeling like it created, or there was something that caused or brought some sort of a block to a person's heart chakra, heart space, that sort of energy. I feel someone's been working really hard, focused, but there is this dreamy energy. And this, you can see somebody reminiscing, looking at like about this Ace of Cups, whatever that Ace of Cups represents to somebody, it is talking about love, relationships, feelings, emotions, can be new beginnings as well. Now we see the King of Wands underneath this. So I'm feeling like somebody has, there feels to me like a maturity level, like somebody has stepped into their power, ready to be the leader of their own life, ready to stand up, defend, protect their castle, their fortress, their empire. But there is a toxic energy that is trying to keep this energy stuck, trapped, and bound right here, right? Like somebody doesn't want this laid to rest. I feel like it's moving towards whatever this, like the Empress energy. It doesn't have to be a person, but it can represent an energy of healthy, of loving, of nurturing, of kind, of abundance, right? It can be all of those energies. I kind of feel like this is somebody discovering that they've been blocked off to, like, maybe the finer things in life, or the, the happier, healthier, nurturing, loving, uh, that sort of energy. It feels like they've been blocked off for whatever reason. I feel like there's a situation, there's a truth, a clarity, some information that is able to allow this situation, whatever that block was, to be released, right? So let's keep moving. Next card comes up, and he's already shown up out here once, is the King of Cups. So this is a very different energy than a typical Gemini, right? Gemini are comfortable in that air energy, thoughts, technology, communication, and like this is a whole different energy when we're talking about the King of Cups. So this is talking about feelings, relationships, emotions, that sort of thing. We got the Knight of Pentacles showing up. So I feel there is a long awaited offer, opportunity that's coming through, or that's how it's feeling, like an offer, an opportunity. I feel like you have more than one, and I don't feel like one is a good thing, right? Like one of them, I feel like it feels to me like they're seven of swords. There could be, be mindful about having your choices influenced, is how that's how I feel to say. Again, I'm not really feeling, that's not my thing, right? To, like, not just whatever comes through comes out is typically how it is. And for some reason in this reading, I'm feeling like tread lightly, be careful what you say or how you say it, or something like that. I don't know if it's because of giving out too much information. I don't know what it is, but that's just the vibe. You'll know when you're listening to this if this resonates with you. If it doesn't, it's not for you, and that's okay. So I do feel like this is talking about recognizing maybe that's how somebody was blocked. They were always putting material things, like I don't know. I feel like material things, greed, I'm feeling with this. It's time to put something to rest. It's time to step into master the new, our new realm. And it's the realm of cups, feelings, emotions. That is very challenging. I bet I'm not a Gemini, but, or I'm not an air sign, but I could definitely see how that could be challenging to get out of that head and into that heart sort of energy. So anyhow, let's keep moving forward. Let's keep moving. First, next, there it is. It showed up again. The Knight of Pentacles. It's a new opportunity. There is something that's been a long time in the making. We have the Queen of Wands in the right here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel behind the scenes somebody has been taking action. We've already seen the King of Wands show up here. That's being the leader. That's taking the lead. That's moving the energy. With the Queen of Wands, I feel like somebody has been in an energy of behind the scenes, really, probably with this Four of Swords, also resting, recovering, rejuvenating, recharging their batteries. It can be a time of recovery, of that sort of energy as well, right? Like retreating to recover, that sort of thing. I do feel during that, it feels like I don't see the Hermit, but I feel the Hermit energy, like that going within, going through some sort of enlightenment, discovery within oneself. I feel like there is like somebody is coming out of something and moving forward in a more mature way, right? Like I feel they've been doing work behind the scenes, so it may not be visible to the people around an energy, but I definitely feel like it's been something that's been taking place. And now I do feel like it's moving forward, whatever this is. So let's clarify this Six of Cups. What is this Six of Cups? Give us more information on the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. Wasn't that the card that came out with it originally? Right? The Page of Pentacles? Wow. And I felt like a child. Wow. Five of Swords on the bottom. This is a challenging news, challenging information, challenging news or information. It can be about a child, or it can be in regards to something from someone's childhood, right? Or about some, I don't, it just feels like that energy. I really, like I said, I got that vibe of this feels like I'm not feeling it. I do feel like there is something about treading lightly. I don't know what that is. Four of Wands is the next card that comes up. That talks about a celebration, stability, security. It talks about a family. I'm seeing a child again. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. These are not good energies to be seeing on the bottom of the deck, right? So we've seen conflict on the bottom of the deck. We've seen burdens on the bottom of the deck. If this is in regards to a family, a child, very heavy weight, a lot of like challenging energy. I feel based on information, and it can be something that involves like the accuracy of that information, that communication, that whatever this is. Let's look at this Four of Swords, because this no, like I am like this is like the first reading out of all of them that I have ever. I don't even know if I've ever felt an energy like that is trying to make me mindful, like clearly cautious of what I'm saying. I don't know why that is, but anyhow, ooh, okay, let's get some energy on this Four of Swords. Talk to us. Bring clarity and information for this Four of Swords. What is this information? Maybe it's when this information comes in, somebody's going to have to take a break to rest, relax, recharge, rejuvenate, like take a break from life. Wow. Six of Cups, Six of Cups. Transformation. There is something going on here, um, moving forward to victory, towards success. This is moving energy towards a new beginning, towards victory. And look what's underneath it, the Four of Swords in reverse. And the Four of Swords is right up there, and that's being clarified by the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is right over here. So I feel someone's world's getting turned upside down. That's how I feel. I feel like there will be victory, success, a new beginning, moving forward, stability, security, all of that, but it's after an upheaval. It's after, like, I feel like there's an energy that is putting something to rest, and an energy that doesn't want to put something to rest. That's and Gemini energy, right? The mirror energy, the back and forth, Gemini is a sign of the twins. So, like mirroring energy, there's an energy that wants to put something to rest. And then when you mirror that image back, it's a reverse image, right? It doesn't want to put it to rest. So, whew, very, very different energy. Let me get one more clarity card for the Four of Swords to the Six of Cups. Four of Swords to the Six of Cups. All right. Oh, here we go. Wow. There's the Hermit. I said I felt that Hermit, and there it is. There's been a discovery. There's somebody has discovered a snake. This is why someone's going into Hermit. This is why somebody's going to heal, to rejuvenate, to discover something. They're walking away from something. You see the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is spill over. There's not going to be a reunion, a gathering, a getting back together sort of thing. There is the Five of Cups that are standing, which represents a loss, a sadness, right? That sort of thing. Oof. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I feel all of this is, like I said, I do see different energy showing up over here. This energy already started out, and I had that vibe about it. Like was talking about instantly almost, I feel. Let's get information. Somebody was trying to stop somebody. Could be for financial gain, for finances, for physical security in the material world, that sort of thing. Someone is gaining insight. They're seeing a snake is being exposed, is what I'm feeling. First card that comes up, block, block. Somebody tried to keep someone blind to some information, some sort of news or information, it feels like, because this, like them being blind to this information kept them stuck, kept them trapped, kept them bound. That sort of energy financially. Eight of Pentacles. This is probably, was targeted towards somebody who's a hard worker, who really, does the work and is a great provider. It's giving me that sort of energy. Somebody wanted to keep somebody stuck as a result of that. These two cards flew out. Wow. These two cards flew out. Justice, because there's been an injustice and now the scales are being balanced. This is what's happening. And the Ten of Cups. So this can be within a relationship, within a family dynamic. I just feel like the scales are being balanced. And I did feel like it's so that someone can go towards this energy of happiness, of joy, of emotional fulfillment, right? Like maturing and developing in their material world. I mean, in their emotional world. King of Fire on the back of on the bottom of the deck, and we already seen it on the bottom of the deck over here, right? The Queen of Wands, we've seen the King of Wands, we've seen that energy. Now with the King of Wands showing up again, this is where someone is taking action. They're going to be making moves. They're going to be doing some stuff. Like they're going to be leading the path forward towards whatever this is that they're going towards with this Knight of Pentacles. So let's see. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Tell me more. Somebody is mastering their feelings, their emotions. Let's see. Trusting their intuition. King of Cups. All right, there we go. King of Cups. Four of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. Look at this. Them are counterparts. I'm not saying this is about a counterpart situation, but I am saying it's the balancing of the feminine and the masculine emotional energy. And in the front row and center of all of this is the Four of Pentacles, a block, the same Four of Pentacles that was right there. There has been something that has been blocking someone's emotional, like mastering their emotional realm, mastering their feelings and emotions, mastering something to do with relationships and the heart chakra energy, love, connection, that sort of thing, right? This is what I'm seeing. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. Justice, there's been an injustice and judgment is being rendered. There's that loss. Somebody who I feel like spoke something, or like something to do with communicated information, or something to do with information, like they're under judgment. The scales are going to be balanced. There's that Five of Pentacles where I said someone is going to take a loss. They're going to feel that there is not going to be a reconciliation, a reunion, or something like that. They were going to be stuck sitting in that Five of Cups, which is loss, sadness, grief, emotionally, because of some lie, because of some, uh, oof, I'm just going to say a lie, right? Um, let's look at this Knight of Pentacles. Tell us about this Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody moving forward. It's been a long time coming. Like they are not at the King of Pentacles, but they're solid, they're stable, they are going to build to that King of Pentacles, but they might just having this fresh start, this new beginning, that sort of, and it could be the Queen of Pentacles too. Yeah, look, this new movement forward, this taking a leap of faith, or this planting their seed in a different direction is bringing them to master the Emperor energy. That's judgment for someone. Someone's getting judgment by being a true leader, being authentic, being the real um, leader of their community, of a group organization they're involved in. It's something. It's like their kingdom, really, of their that. Wow, look. They're putting something to rest, and then there's that victory with the Six of Wands right there. Yeah, Six of Wands to the Eight of Pentacles. No, that's a Six of Wands. I don't know why I said that. It's a Four of Swords to the Six of Wands. I don't know why I just said that. And then the Eight of Pentacles over here. Yeah, someone's restoring balance. The Chariot is underneath that. They're moving forward. They're moving towards real stability and security versus an illusion of what security and stability is. It feels like there was a truth, information, or something that was blocked so someone couldn't see it, because had they been able to see it, they would have been moving differently. I feel like now that it's exposed and they see it, they're going to move differently. They're going to take action. They're going to where victory and success lies, where not only the like it just feels like mastering emotional and physical abundance, security, stability. That's how it feels like to me. So I'm going to grab you some of these messages. These are from the mindful messages. These are just inspiration, motivation, encouragement. I hope it helps. The look, goals is your first card that shows up. Gives me third eye and heart chakra as well with this. You can see a little bit of the throat chakra in here as well. I am committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. Even though I may not see the physical manifestation of my desires, I know that they have vibrantly manifested and are on their way to me. Yes. I feel like they've been blocked because something's been interfering, getting in the way. Like you weren't in alignment for some reason, right? I don't know what that reason is. You'll know what that reason is. But I feel like once you discover this truth or something becomes clear to you, you understand where this block is coming from and ultimately remove that block, is what I'm feeling. Look, there's balance again. And look at the big heart at the top. You know, I'm out. If you don't know, I love that. If I have to put a dot on your name for any reason, you're getting a heart. I'm just all about the hearts. I love the hearts. So anyhow, then so leave me a heart in the comment if this reading resonates with you, please. I appreciate that. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Yes, absolutely. Balance. This says I surround myself with people I love and enjoy my time with them, but I also take time to nurture my relationship with myself. I have found a healthy balance between being with friends and having self-care time. Yeah, this is definitely somebody who's having balance restored into their life. Like I said, this is somebody who, yeah, there's a big change. Somebody is really maturing on the physical realm, on the emotional realm. I feel even in the fire realm a lot, right? And you're an air sign energy. So again, in that duality energy. So I'm sure balance, like I said, I'm not a Gemini or anything like that, but I can see where balance could be quite the chore or the lesson in this lifetime. The next card that shows up is morning ritual. You definitely see the blue chakra in there, so throat chakra. In the mornings, I will take time to tune in to myself and to set high vibrational rituals that will help me lead a good day. I pay attention to the morning habits that don't serve me and change them for ones that do. You can definitely feel like there is a change in someone's day-to-day life, I feel, that is taking place or in the process of transformation right now. I feel like somebody is really balancing and maintaining the balance of whatever that is, like feeling like they're, tapping into a routine, not so fixated that it like unnerves them if things change or something like that, because I just cannot ever picture any Gemini like being like constricted to a very strict timeline. Their energy is too high, flying all over the place, back and forth, all over the place energy to get them to do that. But I do feel somebody is stabilizing themselves with a more, uh, like, it just feels like a more steady or stable routine, like getting into a routine in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure not in every area of their life, but I do feel like they're finding solstice in this. That's how I'm feeling. So the next card that comes up is self appreciation. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself, find a comfortable space, and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. Self-love, very important. Absolutely. I love this. And the final card that's coming out is um, I am enough. I am beautiful just as I am. I am loved just as I am. I am worthy just by being me. I don't need to fit in. I just need to be myself, and the right people will come into my life. Those who see and appreciate me for all that I am. And absolutely, right? Yes, you want to value and appreciate the people that come into your life that are good to you, that, you know, treat you right and show respect and that sort of thing. Very, very important. I feel like this is a beautiful reading, although it did feel a little bit turbulent. I do feel like there's going to be some turbulence in this full moon for you guys for whatever reason, because I do feel it affects you. Especially if you're a Gemini rising, right? Because this will be somewhere like around that first house or 12th house energy. So you could see where, like, even being on the cusp of this full moon, where that cycle of that old cycle being closed out as the discovery of the snakes that are in your camp, and then the new one initiated, your new cycle beginning and being initiated. So very strong energy for change, for definitely for change, for truth coming to the light, for clarity to be seen, for the confusion to be dismantled, just dissipated, that sort of energy. I feel like whatever's been blocking you guys, I feel like this is you're about to see what it is. And I don't doubt for a second Gemini energy with logical mind, like they're not going to sit there and let things hold them back, stop them, slow them down. Not the, I mean, I don't think so. They're going to remove those blocks, right? If you're intentionally trying to block, stop, slow me down, you're not for me, because no one who is for you would do that. They would inspire you, encourage you. They would, help you up, not, hold you down. That's just how that goes if you're dealing with healthy energy. So, anyhow, I do hope that serves you well, Geminis. I thank you for being here. Please take the time, leave a heart in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I send you love and light.